And we are back resuming the business of the day right here at the East London International Convention Centre on the 26th of February 2025. It is the Policy Development Conference proudly brought to us by the council and also the acting principal of Lovedale College. The college is located right here in the Eastern Cape and in the beautiful town called King William's Town. Now, joining me is another relevant stakeholder in the conference for today, and that is Ms. Zinhle Nondwangu from an organization called Bumbingomso. She is the Work Link Relationship Manager at Bumbingomso, and I wanted to elaborate more about her role as a Work Link Relationship Manager within Bumbingomso and the role of Bumbingomso within the TVET sector. Ms. Nondwangu, how are you today?
I'm good, thank you, and thank you for having me this afternoon.
I'm so glad that you're finally here, and thank you so much for explaining to us the role of Bumbingomso within the TVET sector. But now this person or someone who's watching at home was not in that private conversation we were having. Firstly, it is my first time, coming to get to understand an office that is actually called a work link relationship manager. What does that role encompass? What is it exactly that you do? What does a work link manager wakes up that particular day and say, I am actually going to become this as a work link relationship manager? What is that?
Yeah, so I think just to give context before I let you know what a work relationship
Yes.
manager is to first just highlight who we are as Bumbingomso within the TVET space. So we are an intervention that is based in East London that is working at Lovedale College and Buffalo City College, servicing the two colleges under the interventions called Work Link and another intervention called psychosocial support. So we've got a strategy of entry to exit support within Bumbingomso working in that space. So let me start with perhaps psychosocial support, which is at the entry level. That is an intervention that is helping those entry-level students that are coming into the college to assimilate them into the college culture. Basically holding their hand, helping them through academic support, psychosocial support, and challenges that they might have within the college in their assimilation. As you know, coming from high school or coming from grade 8, it can't be an easy space to tap into.
Absolutely.
And then we progress along the way with a cohort that is recruited into WorkLink. So the WorkLink operates within the exiting stage of the student in the college. Now WorkLink, we work with the work integrated office, which is in the college, by assisting them and fostering relationships with industry partners, finding host employers that can take those exiting students into their 18 or 24 months of their will. Our role then in that space is to make sure that as those students exit into the workplace, they are employable, they've got the soft skills to be able to transition into the world of work, introducing them to work ethics, professionalism, gender-based, GBV, sexual harassment in the workplace. So we conduct a series of workshops with that recruited cohort within the TVET college space. So then to your question, what does I work link relationship manager? So my job is to go out into the workplace and find those host employers and say, we have exiting students within the TVET college. We have tried our level best to prep them to be ready to come and do 18 months. So that's in a nutshell my job, and to make sure while they're within the workplace, they are monitored. So, which is extremely important because you have to monitor the students there to make sure that they are doing exactly what they need to do in terms of the guideline and the stipulations of their logbooks, that they need to follow through with that right up until the end of their 18 months and prepare for submissions of their national diploma to DHET. So yeah, that's my job.
That's your job, and very well articulated. I tell you, there is no further question after that one. Very clear and precise to the point. Now, you spoke about linking the employer or prospective employers to the students as they exit TVET colleges. Now tell me, who are the partners that you collaborate with, or who are the stakeholders that you collaborate with in terms of trying to link, of course, prospective employers with prospective employees, and that being, of course, the TVET college students that are exiting now the colleges?
Okay, so I mean, there's a variety or vast number of stakeholders that we work with, obviously following the different qualifications that the TVET colleges have. But I will mention just one of our specific stakeholder that has been very instrumental in terms of collaboration when it comes to work with Lovedale College. That is Gearing Engineering.
Oh, wow.
We've had numerous meetings with Gearing Engineering. They've got students that they take on board. We assist with the facilitation of the recruitment process. And I mean, as of recently as well, we've had engagements with them where there are discussions where the college itself would then get into an MOU with Gearing Engineering by assisting to capacitate the lecturers within the engineering space. And that was primarily to focus on the fact that when these students are exiting into the workplace, industry is finding that there's a misalignment when it comes to curriculum and what the industry is needing. So those kind of stakeholders are so crucial for the work that we do, and obviously for the TVET College themselves, where they need to, and I think they have been doing as well, looking into the curriculum that we are teaching in the classroom. Is it on point? Is it dated? Is it meeting the current standards in terms of industry? So Gearing Engineering has been one of those partners. I mean, we had one of their representatives here this morning in the panel talking about those gaps of misalignment, and also obviously the work that they've decided to put back into and plowing back into the TVET college space to start having those discussions. And hopefully that also just triggers an engagement with other industry players to say, we would also like to sit with TVET college spaces and look and compare, like, the product of the students that you are putting out. Is the curriculum aligned? And what are the conversations that must happen in terms of developing this curriculum? And of course, that conversation does not only involve the TVET, it also involves the Department of Higher Education and industry. So all those role players need to come and sit and say, the world of work and the kind of students that we are putting out, are they matching the need, in terms of skills to work pathway as well? So I think definitely our role as Wombingomso as well is instrumental in sort of driving and those kind of conversations and shift towards academic and industry.
What a critical role. I must commend your office. I must commend the organization. I had absolutely no idea, to be quite honest with you, that it plays such a critical role within the TVET sector, and how I wish that you can be involved in even more, colleges. I mean, what would be the criteria that you use, perhaps, if I may ask, for other colleges who would definitely want to Mubingomso to be an organization that also plays a part in all of these integrated learning programs, and with all the programs that are, of course, within Mubingomso? What would you say to colleges that are not yet involved, and to colleges which you wish they could come and collaborate with Mubingomso as an organization and work together?
Yeah, so just to mention as well that Wombingomso is a funded program, so we depend on donors and funders to be able to go and implement or put out programs like this. So the criteria is definitely, if there is a private company or a donor that says, we've got the money, we can fund you to go and expand or scale up this kind of program, and the sustainability of it
Yes, yes,
thereof.
yes.
Definitely, I think management and the executives would be so glad to have a sit and discuss and engage on putting this crucial program out to other TVET colleges. And though even other TVET colleges could approach Mumbingomso and say that we would love a program like this, but how do we fund it? Because you must remember, this is, as much as we are an NPO, but it has to be funded, because
Absolutely.
there is operation to it, there's implementation to it, which are costs to the organization. But I mean, I don't think any college should be without a program that
Not
is
at
this
all.
important and assisting young people, to be ready for the world of work, and also to include the psychosocial support that comes with being a young person that needs help and support in assimilating into a college culture.
Ladies and gentlemen, What a critical conversation I just had. Very informative. I had absolutely no idea that there was such an organization operating within the Eastern Cape. Their head office is located in Vincent. Am I
Yes, we are
correct?
in Vincent. We are in
And if
Vincent.
there's any other questions or inquiries, or even if there's a prospective donor that is listening right now, what would you say to that donor? I'm giving you the opportunity right now.
I would say they must
Sell
fund
to
us.
us, Mombingomso, and I want you to look into that camera and speak to any college that does not have you as an organization within its institution. One,
So
two,
I would
three, go.
definitely say we are such a worthy organization to fund, and if you look into the work that we do, the impact that we have done just in Lovedale and just at Buffalo City College as well, looking at our stats in terms of retention, in terms of dropout of students. There's a big problem with students that drop out of college due to circumstances, but we have a team that supports them in college to hold their hand to make sure that they finish the course right up until the exit level. And just a bonus as well, you can imagine having a student that gets into the world of work that has been fully equipped with a work readiness workshop, work ethics, professionalism, monitored, a guide through their process into the workplace. Your money would never be lost with us, definitely.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mrs. Zinhle Nondwangu, the WorkLink Relationship Manager within Bumbingomso, an organization located right here in our very own province in the Eastern Cape. And it's only 2 colleges that I heard of that they are participating kuzo. And I do hope that other colleges are listening as well. Bumbingomso is not an organization that I think any institution would afford not to have. Ladies and gentlemen, I do believe that this is a call to even prospective donors to just contact Bumbingom. So perhaps there might be discussions that you may come into an agreement and see what can you do to assist a Black child, to assist any child for that matter that is within the TVET sector. Ms. Nondwangu, thank you very much. And I do hope the best for Ibumbingomso because it is exceptional what the organization does.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been a
Thank you
pleasure
very
being
much.
here.
What a pleasure. It is the 26th of February, 2025 at the East London International Convention Center. It is the inaugural day of the conference, and that is day 1. It is the Policy Development Conference, rather, and it is hosted by the acting principal of Lovedale College together with the council of Lovedale College. But before I go, I do want to say, keep those conversations going on social media. I hope that I'm going to be able to read some of your comments. And then, of course, a little bit later, we'll be wrapping up because in the next few hours, we might be wrapping up day 1 and anticipating day 2. Stick around.